Met Bjork though. And her knickers were they washing right?
I was going to ask that too.
No, I didn't.
Close to You? That was your first single?
Carpenters.
Yeah, Carpenters. The first record he ever bought was the Carpenters' Close to You.
Yeah, but Bacharach Eldo.
What do you like about Burt Bacharach?
I don't know. I've always, the first music I really got into was, when I realised there was this thing called fashion, or that you could have your own identity or whatever it was. And I listened to ska at first, and it had all these trumpets and things in it. And then I was listening to the radio. I didn't know what music was, I knew what the Beatles were and stuff like that, and things my mum liked. But suddenly I was listening to this stuff called Motown, which had lots of brass in it. And the thing with Bacharach and David is that a lot of the songs you hear on movies and things, you don't know until you buy a record of them. It's like, oh, you wrote that. You wrote Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head, from Butch Cassidy and Sundance.
Right.
Yeah, you wrote Alfie. Right. And that's how. But it was just something about the chords in that song that moved me, I suppose. I don't know. I just went and bought it. I liked it.
Trivia question: what is Steve's first show? What was the first show he ever went to? You know what? You need to read the book. The book is a brilliant book. A brilliant book. Desmond Decker. He was 12.
Oh yeah, I sneaked in. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, because it was the skinhead thing, right? The first wave of it in the late 60s, and we weren't a gang, we were just like a bunch of kids trying to, wearing Dr. Martens 2 sizes too big because your feet were too small. And we heard that Desmond Decker was playing at this place called Cranbrook Hall in Ilford. It's a right working class area. And so we went up there just to think maybe we'd hear it come out the windows or something. And there's all these big brutal skinheads going in, there's drivers we used to call skinhead girls, little East End thing there for you, bowling like this and patting us on the head as we little peanuts. And in the end, I think some bloke let us in through the side door and they sort of shuffled us in underneath their sheepskin coat. And Desmond, yeah.
He played here in Seattle in the mid-90s, and a friend of mine drummed for his backing band, and it's the best.
Yeah.
There was another situation in New York. When you came over to New York, you were talking about the disco club that you were at in England, and then you came over here and you ran into a bunch of drag queens at a place when Crass were playing in New York, and they treated you pretty well. You were pretty happy, they liked your hair. It was all spiked up.
I was so naive. I still am, but no. What it was, I was 19, and it's the first time I'd been out of England, So let me loose in New York, and what I want to do. These are days when Johnny Dynell, a friend of mine, took me around and showed me the city, and we'd be walking along, and all saying, "Do you fancy my nitrate?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he'd go to the bloke, "We've got any aim on?" He'd go, "Yeah, try it." And he'd go, "What?" And you're across the other side of the road, like, "Hell, that's great." So he took me to this bar. And it was called I can't remember now, on McDougal Street, right? And we go in, I didn't know, just a little like from Dagenham, England, and go in, and there's all these beautiful women walking around, and the barman, well, it was a hot night, but the barman had no shirt, and I didn't know. So we go up the stairs, and there's all pictures of beautiful women, and all these beautiful women up there, and one of them comes up and she goes, "Hi honey, would you like some tea?" And I went, "No, I'm going to have a beer." And she went, "No tea." And I went, "No, and she went, "Marijuana?" I went, "No, I don't smoke it." And she goes, "Oh, your hair's cute," and all this sort of stuff. And I was like, "Yeah, anyway, in the days you could smoke inside." And I put a fag in. Some bloke went right across the bar and lit me a cigarette for me. And I thought, what friendly people. But it made no difference because that really opened my eyes up because there wasn't one hint of trouble. No one was having a go at you for looking funny, everyone was having a fun time, and like, all right, I was straight, and some bloke come on to me, and I went, "Look, mate, I'm not like that," and he went, "Okay, fair enough,
I like what you said. You said Penny was really into the Beatles, but what you got out of Bowie was you're in an area. This is Capitol Hill. There's a lot of queer culture, and a lot of anarchy culture, so that's why I brought that up.
Right.
But with the queer culture, like you were saying, Bowie had an evolutionary effect on rock and roll in which you could be bisexual or wear makeup and be accepted. But you ended up getting your ass kicked by a couple of guys with Ziggy Stardust makeup.
Yeah, I went to a football match, yeah. Yeah, it was really weird because I was into David Bowie. I had the Bowie haircut, you know, that's all. But I still had my West Ham scarf on, so, like football team, right? And we go to this West Ham Tottenham match. And I was thinking, I don't know, I went to have a piss or something like that. And when I come back, there's these two blokes with the, you know, the Aladdin saying flash across hill done it, and they went, West Ham, go and smack. And I wanted to say, hang on mate, we're all Bowie, aren't we? No, they kick the shit out of me. So, but of course, when I met my mates, I went, what you are? I went, oh, there's these 12 blokes. And
next trivia question: where did Crass get their name?
David Bowie.
Yeah,
Okay, but
yeah, it's
but you forgave Bowie enough to do that, then to name the band after. Did you come up with Crass? The name?
Hey?
Did you come up with the name Crass?
Yeah, I bloody well did, yeah, because Penny Rambo, right, we're sitting there, you know, we decided to form a band together, and he goes, what should we call ourselves? And I went, oh, I don't know, Stormtrooper sounds, you know, something odd, you know, like, because I'm thinking a t-shirt, yeah, I know, I'm thinking a t-shirt's right, and Penny goes, I don't know, maybe we should, and Penny Rambo always does this, and he goes, I'd rather think Les Enfants Terribles would be very... I can just see that t-shirt, like fucking berets and dark glass and onions, you know.
Oh, Baudelaire.
Yeah, so I went, no, call ourselves Crass.
I didn't know if a Stormtrooper was your idea, because the main thing I'm reading this book and I'm thinking, hey, this is a kid who was into punk for fun. This is a kid who went into it for the music and to wear sporty things. You said at one point you were spending more money on clothes so you couldn't buy the records, and because this was fun to you.
Yeah.
And so you didn't give up on Bowie after you had the problem.
No, not at all. No, because it weren't his fault. I mean, the thing it weren't Dave's fault, you know. I mean, the thing with Bowie is that, you know, what David Bowie did was that he actually made it tolerable in a really working class area in Dagenham, where I come from. You know, it's like there's a big Ford factory there, and it's like really, you know, men are men and women are women, you know, and the women wash up and, you know, and don't go in pubs and things like that. And what David Bowie did was made it possible to wear a bangle around you, you know, or put a bit of makeup, you know, if you was...
You didn't wear the makeup though, right?
I didn't wear the makeup, no, but I had a bangle, you know, where you could have your hair a different colour even, you know, and you wouldn't get beaten up for it. And that, you know, that was a really big thing for us in England, you know. And I think, and you know, you get things like the classic line, you know, you'd be in a pub with your mates and some, you know, what music into mate? David Bowie, he's all right. He's a bit of a puff, but he's all right. You know? It's like, you know, and that's literally how it was, you know. So he's, you know, he did, you know, and then of course Elton John said, "Oh, I'm bisexual as well." Yeah, who gives a shit, you know?